My name is Mark Alcock from Brampton, Ontario.
And my name is Michelle Alcock, and I'm also from Brampton, Ontario. We met for the first time, if he remembers it or not, during college initiation, and he was an upperclassman and I was a freshman, and that got us off on the wrong foot.
I got married in May 20, 2000, and quickly thereafter we moved out to Newfoundland Star Church, and that's where all our kids were born. We did know that our kids had some learning difficulties. My own self, I had some issues growing up, and I was able to compensate, but I could see that my own kids had more issues than I did.
Then when we moved up here, we got our kids tested. They were in the public school system, but they had challenges, and we watched them fall year and year behind, and they just kept pushing them through grades. And the thought kind of it hit home is what's going to happen to these kids when they're older. Because if you're pushed all the way through school and you can't read and you can't write, what future is that for them?
I struggled with, what would their future be, especially if there was nothing we could do to help them. Sleepless nights, wondering, worrying, concerned about what I could do as a parent to help them down through that journey.
My name is Jan Elliott, and I'm from Kitchener, Ontario. My son was struggling with learning difficulties in school. From grade 1, Daryl had difficulties with reading and spelling, math, written work, visual skills, memory weaknesses. Grade 5, 6, 7 continued to be difficult for him. He would put in so much work. He would try so hard, but not really get the scores for his tests that you would think that he should get for his age and his IQ. He should have been doing better. Homework took forever, and we needed to read to him so he could actually do the work, because he would just get so tired out having to do it all himself. And I think back to when we were in England and we put him in the private school. And I know that they said, yes, we'll take Daryl into the school, but I don't think we'll be able to help him after grade 11 because of his learning difficulties, unless something really changed for him. So that made us feel really sad, that to think that he's only going to be able to go so far in school.
For our oldest, she knew that from grade 1 that she was different. Everybody else was getting stuff and she wasn't getting it. In terms of reading and then writing, she could talk to you and she was very, very, very bright. But when it came down to reading it or putting it on the paper, she struggled immensely. When we started educational therapy with her, Diane was great, walked her through. She learned what she was like, her personality, how to inspire her to learn, and how to push her when she needed that push. So she's really, really come along with her reading. The grade level now she's at reading is something that we were told that she probably would never get to until she finished high school, and she's just in her first year of high school. So that's a great accomplishment that she's been able to do.
He actually started therapy in grade 8. That was when I went and got trained. Then I did therapy for him for 2 years, and Mrs. Bradley did therapy for 2 years. Mrs. Bradley tested him before the educational therapy program and at the end of it, and there was a huge difference in his scores. This really opened up things for him, and whereas before he was not able to achieve and be independent, afterwards he was able to be an independent learner and to be able to achieve academically and to follow his dreams.
For a parent to come across the fence, do it the right way. It changes your kid's life.
He said the program is good, is excellent, but the student needs to really be committed and do the work, and they need good parental support.
Well, I think the NILD program and the people who run it are wonderful people who have a heart for kids and for parents. It goes hand in hand. And I have nothing but high praise for those folks who I've met and dealt with. And I really appreciate all their time and effort, and I know they probably don't get praised enough for it, but from us, thank you very much.